Hello Patriots, today in math we are going to work on estimating products. So at the top of your 2-column notes, if you would write that, estimating products, and remember that products are the answer to a multiplication sentence. So today we will be working with multiplication. On the left side of our 2-column notes, we will write our I can statement. And our I can statement for today is I can use rounding and compatible numbers to estimate solutions to multiplication problems. And remember from topic 5 that compatible numbers are numbers that go with each other to make that we can change out one number for another to make the multiplication easier. Well, why would we need to round or estimate our products? There's a couple reasons, and we're going to look at some today. The first one might be to check if our answer makes sense or is reasonable. Another reason we may want to estimate our products is that sometimes an exact number or an exact answer is not needed. So those are two ways or two reasons we may want to estimate. That's the why do we do this. Let's give an example. If I know a satellite orbits Earth (105 times each week), and I want to know about how many times does the satellite orbit Earth in 1 year. Push pause to write your notes. Okay, from my problem, I know that my data is that the satellite orbits Earth 105 times each week, and I also know that there are 52 weeks in a year. So, if each week it orbits 105 times, and there's 52 weeks in each year, I know that I can multiply to find the solution to this answer. Now, if I'm estimating, I can estimate 105 to 100. And I'll multiply 100 times 52. And I know that if I take, let's do it this way, 100 times 52, 52 times 1 equals 52. And I place my 2 zeros. And so my answer to that word problem is that the satellite orbits the Earth about 5,200 times in 1 year. I also want to look at my estimate and ask myself, is this an overestimate or an underestimate? And when I took 105 and I rounded it to 100, I rounded down. So my estimate is an underestimate. for this problem. If I take 105 and round to 100 and multiply by 52. Another way to estimate this same problem is if I have 52 times 105. I can use a compatible number and make 52 55, and I can also make 105 a compatible number of 100. So if I multiply 100 times 55, I know that 55 times 1 equals 55. I place my 2 zeros, and my new estimate is about 5,500 times in 1 year the satellite would orbit Earth. When I look at what I did to my numbers on this problem, my 52 I rounded up. 52 rounded up to 55, and 105 rounded down to 100. If one factor is increased, like 52 went to 55, and the other is decreased, 105 went to 100, then the product can either be an overestimate or an underestimate. Push pause, write your notes. Let's try a few more examples. If I want to estimate 203 times 37, I can round 203 to 200, or estimate, and I can estimate 37 to 40. So this will become 200, and this will become 40. That makes it very simple to multiply. If I multiply 2 times 4, I know that is 8, and I place 1, 2, 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3 zeros. So, 203 times 37 is about 8,000. Push pause. Let's try another example. 177 times 14. 177 is close to 180. And 14 is close to 10. So on this example, I'm rounding up here, and I'm rounding down on my second factor. So if I have 180 times 10, I know that 18 times 1 equals 18, and I place my 2 zeros, and that equals 1,800. So if I am trying to estimate 177 times 14, my answer is about 1,800. Remember, boys and girls, the symbol means about. Push pause. Let's do one more example, and I'm going to estimate it 2 different ways. If I have 24 times 37, I can round 24 to 20, so that's rounding down, and I'm going to multiply by, I'll change 37 to 40, so I'm going up. So remember, our estimate could either be over or under. If I work my problem to the right-hand side of my 2-column notes, I have 20 times 40. I know that 2 times 4 equals 8. I've placed my 2 zeros. Therefore, 24 times 37 is about 800. I could also estimate 24 times 37 and estimate 24 up to 25 and estimate 37 up to 40. So I would have 25 times 40. I know that 25 4 times, it's like counting quarters, equals 100. I place my 0. Therefore, 25, oops, I misspoke there. Therefore, 24 times 37 is about 1,000. I can also, push pause. I could also know that when I round the 25 up and I round, or the 24 up to 25 and 37 up to 40, that this estimate right here, this 1,000, will be an overestimate because I rounded both factors up. We will practice tomorrow in class. Have a good night, Patriots.